So this is an example of a Gymnospermae and Angiospermae. Here, the seeds are not enclosed. They are naked or bare. Here, the seeds are enclosed. But when they open up, we can see them here. So, as in the other flowering plants, the individual parts of all the flowers are supported by a receptacle called thalamus and are disposed in successive rings. The lowest and outermost ring is made up of the sepals, which form the calyx. Next are the petals, forming the corolla, then the stamens, and at the center is the pistil. When the latter, that's the stamen, is above all the other parts, the flower is said to have a superior ovary. But here we can see it's not above the other parts. But if it was higher, it will say it has a superior ovary. Sometimes the ovary sinks, like here, and is enclosed by the thalamus so that only the style and the stigma are visible above it. The flower is then said to have an inferior ovary, like this one. Now, some Angiospermae give their seed 1 sack of food, while some give their seeds 2 sacks of food. And then we divide the Angiospermae further into 2 types, which could either be the monocotyledons. Those are the Angiospermae which give their seeds 1 sack of food, or dicotyledons, which give their seeds 2 sacks of food. If we compare, we see that the dicotyledons that have 2 sacs has a bigger folder than the monocotyledon. So let's start with the bigger one to see what we have inside. So this is the dicotyledon folder, and they can be subdivided into 2 groups, which are the Achiclamidae and the Metachlamydae. So we see we're breaking them down again into the Achiclamidae and Metachlamydae. The Achiclamidae are the plants in which the petals are either quite separate from each other or entirely absent. So let's look for an example. It's further divided into families, but we'll just pick one family and see what the petals look like. So this is a sunflower plant, which is a dicotyledon from the family called Compositae, under the dicotyledon, under the Achiclamidae division. And we can see that the petals are separated from each other, as in this sunflower plant. They're separated. Let's compare this with another dicotyledon in the class of Metachlamydae, where the petals are fused through. They're fused together. Let's see this example. This is from the family Ranunculaceae, the buttercup family. Everything keeps extending. So here we see an example of petals that are obviously separated from each other, and here, which they are more fused through. They are not very separate from each other. They are more fused through. You can see the difference between the Achiclamidae, where they are separated, in the sunflower plants, and the buttercup plants, where they are fused through. So that is an example of both of them are dicotyledons. The plants both give their seeds 2 sacks of food, but the way the petals are arranged are different. So we'll close this up and we'll look at our monocotyledon.